Hey, what's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Yash. I hope everyone can hear and see me. If you guys can hear and see me, by the way, drop a 32 in the chat down below. So, yeah, I know my microphone and my camera are working all right. We're just going to give it a few minutes for people to come in and get settled. I know I'm a few minutes early. I just wanted to make sure we have no technical difficulties, unlike last time, right? Last time I had some mic issues and then I had to resend a new link out, so on and so forth. And things just got super, super messy. So yeah, that was that. Okay. Cool. Guys, if you can hear and see me, drop a 32 in the chat down below. Drop a 32 in the chat if you guys can hear me and see me. Again, we're going to give it a few more minutes. Hopefully the turnout is just as usual, because usually there's an amazing turnout when it comes to these YouTube lives. So yeah, hopefully we got a great turnout today as well. Regardless, I'm here to provide value. I'm here to share with you guys. And yeah, let's really get the ball rolling and see what Q3 is really all about. But yeah, guys, if you can hear and see me, I'm going to say it one more time, drop a 32 in the chat down below or on the right side of your screen, so I know that my audio and my camera is working properly. So drop a 32. I also had a poll. I'm not sure if you guys can still see the poll that I had up. Yeah, I can't even see the poll, to be honest. Which is really strange. Oh, okay, so that's so weird. I can see the chat on my phone, but I can't see it over here in real time, which I think is really strange. But that's okay. I guess I'll just go on my phone. The chat is still there. Okay, cool. Cool. Or the poll is there. Cool. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I cannot see like the chat on my computer. I can only see it on my phone. So I'm just going to be answering your guys' questions and stuff from here. Hopefully there's not like a major delay or anything like that. So yeah. So I do have 3 questions that I want to start out with. And these 3 questions were asked on my Instagram story I posted the other day. So the first question was, what way do you see dropshipping moving into the next year? And this is what I've been kind of preaching over and over again. I really believe that dropshippers are going to have to go ahead and micro brand, right? They're going to have to go ahead and micro brand their stores, how they're building out their product pages, making sure like they have good social media pages for social proof, for authority, for trust. Little things like that will really matter. And quite frankly, just having spammy general stores with minimal or no effort into them will not simply work, because the consumer market, quite frankly, is getting more and more accustomed and attained of this bogus looking stores, right? I mean, people want to purchase from stores that give them a sense of trust and confidence. So that's quite frankly the way I think dropshipping is going to be moving. And then the second question is, how much do you make monthly from dropshipping? So I have multiple income streams. You know, dropshipping is just one of my income streams. I also have a marketing agency. I also consult and coach. You can also say, I guess, crypto and stocks kind of pay me monthly, affiliate marketing, YouTube, so on and so forth. But when it comes to dropshipping, I'm not always running ads actively on Facebook higher at scale. Sometimes I have months, for example, for the past 3 months, where I'm only running ads lower at scale. So we can see somewhere around 5 or 10 grand a month in profit. And then I'll be running a lot of email and SMS marketing. Sometimes I'll incorporate brand ambassadorships and affiliate marketing or not affiliate marketing, well, affiliates for them to do affiliate marketing. So I feel like on the low end, anywhere from 5 to 15K a month. And on the high end, like some of the best months I've had in profit was like anywhere from 70 to 95K in profit per month. So that's just that. Again, I don't know why people are like so closed up when it comes to that stuff. I'm quite frankly really not. I'm always pretty transparent with y'all. By the way, if you guys are writing something in the chat, I cannot see the chat on my computer. However, I can see it on my phone. So I'm just going to get to this last question that was asked on my Instagram story. And then I'm going to start answering some of your guys' questions on the chat as well, which hopefully I'll be able to look on my phone. What's one thing you wish you knew when starting out 4 years ago? I think this was a really great question. I think one thing, if it was one thing I wish I knew, I think it would be probably just being super patient with things. You've probably heard other people say it, but this is a real business, ladies and gents. Stuff isn't handed to you, and you do have to put in the work. You do have to make sacrifices. You do have to have that grit, that persistence, that motivation, and that fire within, that fire under your ass, like to be super honest and straightforward. So I think just staying patient and really just working on your skills over time will really put you in a good place, and it will over time kind of increase your momentum and increase your traction. And just love it and be patient. That's really all I can say, guys, right? If you don't have a passion for this stuff, if you don't genuinely like it and you're just doing it for the money, I can almost guarantee you like you're not going to really get anywhere unless you get super, super, super freaking lucky. So so those were the 3 questions. I think they were all really good questions. I did get like about 50 or not 50, I think 40 or 50 questions, but I think those 3 were absolutely awesome. So thank you for that. So now we can move on to the chat that we have. Again, all the other lives I've done in the past, guys, there's been like 15, 20, 30 people live at the same time, but I'm not really sure what's going on with this one. But hey, regardless, I appreciate you guys coming out, and I appreciate you guys really taking the initiative to, get your answers to your questions and stuff like that, because we're in the middle of Q3, guys, right? This is the most important quarter before going into Q4, obviously, right? But this is like how your momentum will be when like September and October primarily come. So I think this is great. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, just like how I say in my YouTube outro video, then yeah, feel free to ask me in the chat. But without any further ado, there's a few questions that y'all have. So keep your questions coming. I'm going to get to each and every question, so don't hesitate to ask. So yeah, go for it, guys. Adam A said, have you tried TikTok ads? I've tried TikTok ads just a tad bit. Nothing on a grand scheme of things, or nothing on a grand scale, I would say. So Faithy also asked, have you tried TikTok ads? I have tried TikTok ads a bit. I think they can be super profitable. The thing with TikTok that I recommend is find a product that sells between $15 to $40 or $45, because those are lower ticket items, and they're more impulsive buys, right? And the audience on TikTok, I even said this in my last video, I believe, is primarily younger. I mean, yes, the age demographic is definitely climbing up compared to what it was like a year and a half ago even, but try to find products that are, again, between $15 to $45 in selling price, because a lot of people might not have that buying power on TikTok, right? And those are also like impulsive buys. If you think about it, like no one goes on TikTok to primarily buy. People are just scrolling down their timeline or their For You page, whatever you want to say it. So people's attention spans are also very, very, very short, right? So they have to decide right away, like, boom, this product is for me. I want to go ahead and purchase it, or I want to go ahead and buy it. So that's what I just kind of recommend when it comes to product criteria. When it comes to testing and launching strategy, it's pretty similar to Facebook. I do, for for example, like 5 ad sets, broad, open, no targeting, and they work super, super, super good. I'll also do like cost cap, and cost cap works really good with TikTok as well. But quite frankly, I've been doing a lot of organic TikTok. Organic TikTok is super powerful, especially if you have a lower budget or if you don't have the skill set for TikTok ads per se. So hopefully, Adam, and hopefully Faithy, that also answered your question too. Have you ever thought about listing your skills on Fiverr or Upwork? Like, do you mean like drop servicing? Drop servicing was like a huge thing. It still kind of is, but not really. I feel like in the position I am, I don't need to list my skills on Fiverr and Upwork. I run and operate a marketing agency, so I get plenty of outreach for that, and I get plenty of potential clients for that as well. So same thing for the consulting and coaching as well. So I've thought about it before, but I've never really went through with it, quite frankly. How do we prepare for Q4? I'm definitely going to be coming out with a video for this. I think one of my coaching students requested that I should come out with a video for this. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be coming out in the video after I come back from vacation. I'm actually going to Miami on Wednesday for a few days. So after I come back, that's definitely something I'm going to be working on. But to be brief, I would definitely say like maximize your testing efforts, stick to one store, make sure everything on that store is great, meaning front end, back end, like apps, your funnel, your checkout inclusive, your social media, your pixel, like make sure everything is spot on and up to par, and focus on one store. Okay. And really don't stretch yourself out too thin. Like know what you need to really, 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 really work on. Like being busy and being productive are really two different things, ladies and gents. So make sure you actually productive and you know what you genuinely have to work on. Like be honest with yourself, right? Other than that, like I said, maximize your testing efforts, quality over quantity always. Look what is selling, or look what was selling last year around September, October, November, December, right? A lot of products do come back in patterns and waves. More than likely, if something was selling like for the last 2 or 3 seasons, it's not going to do as well because there's a lot of market awareness. There's a lot of market reach for that kind of product already, or that product in specific. But yeah, maybe if it just sold last year, it can definitely recircle back and sell this year again. So go on AdSpy, go on Facebook, see what was doing really well last year and get on it super, super, super quick. That's how I recommend at least one way to start prepping for Q4, right? To be ahead of the curve. Can you help someone who's completely inexperienced and new to dropshipping make $100,000 revenue within 30 days? I mean, someone who's completely inexperienced and new, that's honestly super tough. I'm not gonna lie. Unless that person has great work ethic and just crazy work ethic and the willingness to learn, then maybe. But I would say probably not, just to be realistic. I mean, 100K revenue in 30 days that's like quite a bit of money, you know? So probably not, but I can definitely help them get up to maybe a few $1,000 days. Yeah, absolutely. I've done that before. I've been doing 1K a day with TikTok, but can't scale past that. Any advice? Adam, yeah, bro, let's hop on a one-on-one growth call, man. You know, I can definitely help you out and see what's going on. I scaled to like 2.5K days with TikTok. And when it comes to scaling, the strategies are pretty similar when it comes to TikTok or with Facebook. So it's the same concept. It's the same principle. So we can definitely hop on a call if you would like to. Link should be in the description, by the way, to hop on a call. Let me go ahead and also post it in the chat if anyone does want to hop on a one-on-one growth call. Again, I'm not hardcore selling. I barely mention it in my videos or anywhere in general. These calls are held through Zoom, so we can screen share, we can record the call and whatnot as well. So yeah, if you do want to schedule a one-on-one growth call with me for anything in general, that comment should be pinned with the link. So yeah, go for it. Which app works better for winning dispute claims, Disputify or Disputify, and can we get a video on it? I might be dropping a video, but Disputifier is great. I posted it in my Facebook group. I also posted it on my YouTube channel. If you go to the community section where like people make posts on YouTube, I also posted it there. I think Disputifier is great. They're expanding onto more payment gateways and more payment providers, Stripe, PayPal, Shopify payments, so on and so forth. So I think Disputifier is great, especially when you're scaling. It can definitely be a great help. The better your infrastructure is, the less prone you are, of course, to getting chargebacks, disputes, and refunds. So someone asked, any advice on product research? I've seen thousands of products, but whenever I see them, I think, who would buy this? So that's the thing, right? Like when you're going to a mall, hoping you've been to a mall before, right? Let's just say you have. I hope, I think. You'd be surprised, guys. I may sound crazy right now, but anyway, so let's say you're going to a mall and once you get inside the mall, there's all these different stores that you've never freaking heard of, right? And you're just like, what? Like, who even goes to these types of stores? Who even buys these products? Like, you can obviously eye the products, right, when you're passing these stores, and you're just like, what? So it's that same thing, guys. Like, just because you won't buy something, just because you don't like the product or you hate the product or whatever it really may be, doesn't mean there's not a market for that product. You can probably sell like an underwater weaving kit, for Christ's sake, right? So those are the products that you do want to go ahead and sell. Like, who would buy this? But damn, this is actually really cool. It has a high perceived value. It's a great wow factor attached towards it. It has a great impulsive factor attached towards it, right? And I can definitely have a great marketing angle and a proposition. So why not go ahead and validate it further, potentially, and test it, obviously. So yeah, I have a lot of product research and validation videos on the channel. My thing is, don't overthink it. Don't have analysis paralysis, but definitely practice product research and validation. It's definitely a very important skill to strengthen over time. And the more you do it, the more you'll get exposed to the market, and the more you'll build your market intuition and your market logic, quite frankly. So go ahead and do it, and don't just limit yourself about not going through with the product or further looking into it just because you wouldn't buy it, or just because you think that no one would really buy it, right? It's quite frankly, it's a lot of the times that those products end up working really well, like those untapped hidden products. So you'd be surprised. Hey, brother, I have a question about VAT. Do we get the VAT thing even if we're doing low scale, like 20K or less? Probably not. You do have to hit a certain threshold, but I do recommend consulting with your accountant or your CPA. They have the best legal and financial advice. So I would definitely consult with them, but I do know that it has to be a certain threshold, and it's 20% on cost of goods sold usually. Create more accounts, stay active on them, post frequently for more chance of going viral. Yeah, definitely. Like, you can definitely have one account and go viral with the organic posting method, like, but you have to post like at least 5 to 6 to 7 times a day. If you have like 3 or 4 accounts, then you can definitely post 2 or 3 or 4 times a day on each. The more the merrier. But yeah, I've seen plenty of people has had success with just one account as well on TikTok. What theme do you use for most of your websites? Asked Mike. Prithvi, I don't know why your message got retracted. I don't know. Anyway, what theme do you use most on most of your websites? I really like, so I only do one product stores. So some of these themes are great for one product only, and some of these themes are interchangeable for general niche stores. So for one product specifically, I like Ilomis, and I also like Solo Drop. I also like Booster. I don't really like the 5.0 version too much. I like the OG 2, 3, and 4.0 versions. But Booster is great for one product and for multi-product. District and Prestige are also great. What else? I think Motion. Motion is one of my favorite themes. It's so nice and simple, and it really just does the job. So Motion, District, Prestige, Booster, Elomis, and Solo Drop. Those 6 are amazing themes. Excuse me. I have allergies, guys, and I have this cough, and just trying to get rid of it before I fly out on Wednesday, quite frankly. Oh, I missed your question, Adam. In Q4, how many products do you recommend you sell? Like how many products do you recommend we test? Because if you say test like as many as you want, I think testing like anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15 quality products a week is fine for someone who's a beginner or for intermediate. So, but yeah, all you really need is one product to go ahead and really scale. I mean, you don't need, 2, 3, 4 products. I mean, if you do, that's great. Last Q4 was honestly pretty shitty for me with all the bands and stuff. I honestly didn't have the back end set up, but this Q4, like I'm absolutely gonna go head first and just kill that shit because last year was just devastating. I did kind of semi-scale this one product, but usually I'll have at least 2 products doing 6 figures a month when it comes to Q4. Excuse me. Prithvi asks, is a general store good for beginners or with a specific niche store? So I do general one product store. So it'll be a one product store with a general or a flexible domain name, but I will keep the store in a one product store format. So it will be honed down to that one individual product, yet I can still change different products on that store. So if product A doesn't work, I can test product B. If B doesn't work, I can test product C, right? Because the one product store will allow me to do that without being kind of attached to a specific niche or a specific product. So if I'm selling this water bottle, I won't call it like hydrate yellow, for example.com. I'll call it like the store will just have a random domain name. Like it doesn't even have to be a real word. Like I say this all the time, Nike and Adidas aren't really real words, right? I'm sorry, guys. Nike and Adidas aren't really real words, yet they still have some sort of brand meaning and brand attachment towards them. So it's that same concept, and it'll allow me to test multiple products, right? I just think general stores are really overplayed and outplayed. They have a lot of distractions going on, and they're just very limited in terms of what you can do on them. So yeah, I personally only go the general micro branded one product store route. So I have actually an entire video on that. So feel free to check it out. Booster just looks too spammy. I mean, it depends. Like I don't do. It depends. Like you do have to temper it a little bit. I know what you mean. I don't like putting like the like how much stock there is. I don't like to put the countdown timer unless it's like Q4, very close to like Cyber Monday, Black Friday and stuff. But you can definitely make it look nice. I made it look really, really, really nice before. So, but yeah, definitely check out the other ones. District, Prestige, Solo Drop, Motion. Those are all great themes. Yeah, you're welcome, Prithvi. What was your first winning product, if you don't mind me asking? So I actually have a video on this, but it was a ponytail beanie. Was it? Yeah, it was a ponytail beanie, I'm pretty sure. So it was a beanie that women or girls can wear, and their ponytail or their hair would come out of it. And it came in different shapes and different designs and different patterns and whatnot. So that was my first winning product. But if I knew back then what I knew now, I could have blew it out, like really just scale it to the moon, like they say. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this live so far, drop a like. Help me out. Drop a like so it helps the algorithm show this live to more people. So do me a favor and drop a like if you're enjoying it so far. How much money do you lose on a product before moving on? So my typical rule of thumb is I don't usually test, or I don't usually spend more than $100 or $200 for a product. Sometimes I'll even spend like $100 a product, right? But typically, if I'm not breaking even by like day 2.5 collectively, I'll go ahead and I'll turn that product off. Good, consistent winning products will have good metrics from the get-go. And we're talking about cost per click of below $1. Yes, some people think that nowadays in Facebook's world, like that may be impossible. No, it's not, guys, right? Cost per click below $1, CPM below like I would say $30 or $35. I would say below $30 is a safe bet. Sometimes higher CPMs do mean a higher quality of traffic. And I would say click-through rate for cold traffic between 2 and 4%. Like you'll see on all ad sets that you have up and running at that time. So yeah. Do you still mass test products or do you take your time to scale a few winners at a time? I mean, yeah, I'll usually only scale 1 or 2 winners at a time. I've scaled like 2 semi-winners and 1 big winner at once. This was last year during like COVID or quarantine. I hope I don't get demonetized for saying that. I should be good though. I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, even during Q4, like I won't test like 50 products a week. I'll still maybe test like 15 products a week. Again, I just really prefer quality over quantity, guys. That's just the type of person I am. So yeah, and then I'll typically scale like 1 product at a time, and I'll really put my all into it, like in terms of infrastructure, which includes payment processors, shipping, fulfillment, what else? Packaging, all of that. Like I'll just really put my all in it because I'd rather make a white label brand out of that 1 product than like being scattered all over the place. That's just me. I like being focused and just not all over the place. So again, that's just me personally. But like I said, I have scaled like 2 semi-winning products and 1 bigger winning product before at the same time, and this was last year. Why don't you test it again? Are you talking about the winning product that I had, like my first winning product? And if yes, it's because it's saturated, bro. Like it's available everywhere. It's available on Amazon with thousands of merchants. I'm pretty sure I even saw it in like retail stores the other day. Like there's a lot of winter products and fall products coming into play now. So I'm pretty sure I did see at this one store when I went to the mall last week. So there's just a lot of market awareness and a lot of market reach for that product. It's not a naive product. And the thing is, you want a naive product when it comes to drop shipping, right? You don't want every other person be knowing of the product already. Like, yeah, I already know about that. Yeah, I saw it on Amazon. Yeah, I saw it at Walmart. You know, you don't want that. So that's the main key here, guys. Have any tips of doing market research as well as niching down marketing angles? That's a great question. Let me get back to it. When testing a brand new product, where do you get ads from? Because if you're ordering ads for each product test, it's going to get expensive. I mean, yeah, it's going to get expensive. Sometimes I'll just that's why, guys, like I always say, like the more skills you have in this game, the better. Like graphic design, editing, and like using Illustrator and Photoshop and like Adobe Premiere or iMovie, like those are all great skills to have because it can definitely save you tons of time. Maybe not so much time, but tons of money, especially in the beginning when you don't have that free hand to outsource everything, you know, because I'm still a big believer in like outsourcing stuff you're not the best at. So I get my videos done with Ecom Creations. The link should be in the description down below. I personally know the owner, and if you use my code Yash10, you'll get 10% off of every order. So it's ecomcreations.co, ecom with 1 N. So yeah, I typically just get everything done by them when it comes to single image ads and videos and thumbnails and stuff like that. I used to do my own thumbnails and single image ads on Canva. Canva, by the way, is a really good tool, canva.com. There's tons of stuff you can do on there. I still make my thumbnails for YouTube on there, believe it or not. It's great. So yeah, get familiar with like Canva. I think can save you a lot of money, even like for thumbnails and for single image ads and for banners for your store and for your social media and stuff like that. I can really think it'll help you out a shit ton. I have the paid version or the pro version just because I kind of need it, but the free version also has a bunch of things to offer. So definitely check it out. But yeah, I use ecom creations. Link should be in the description with that discount code. The link should actually already have the discount code applied, but if it doesn't, just use Yash10. What would you recommend to start dropshipping right now? $1,000 enough? Probably not for paid ads. $1,000 is not enough. I would just really focus on organic. I'd focus on organic TikTok posting, bro. Prince, right? Prince asked that. Go check out my last video, bro, and do exactly that if you have $1,000. And you can also work with smaller pages on Instagram, right? Like work with theme pages and meme pages that maybe cost like $50, $100, $150 for a shout out. So I have a lot of influencer videos on YouTube as well. But yeah, definitely like the organic TikTok posting method besides the influencer marketing with micro pages. That's something you should definitely be doing, man. So if you're testing 15 products a week, you're ordering 15 ads. Yeah, bro, I am. I don't really use recycled content that's already out there. I think that's a sign of laziness, not being ethical. And Facebook's algorithm will definitely catch that. So, and even if it doesn't let you know, it'll definitely show your ads to a lower quality of traffic. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I'll usually have everything planned out. Like if I'm testing 15 products this week, I'm already going to start working on next week's 15 products. So like before I test all 15 products, I'll have the product page. So before even that, I'll have the pricing in the offer down to the T. I'll have the product page ready and done and out the way, meaning the description and everything. I'll have the copywriting, or I'll have the ad copy for everything on like a Google Doc or in my notes. And I'll also have all the creatives ready too, whether it be videos or single image ads or carousel ads or thumbnails, whatever it really be me, like every creative aspect that I need, or creative content that I need, I'll have everything ready. And then I'll go ahead and just bang it all out. How long did it take you to succeed with dropshipping? So watch my video, Adam, negative $10,000 in debt to $250K a month. And yeah, watch that video. It's on YouTube, but it took me a little over a year, I think, to find like true success. And I did work with a mentor, right? I think working with a mentor, someone who's been in your shoes before, who can really show you the right and wrong and yes and no's and do's and don'ts, can really make a big difference, can definitely help you utilize and invest your time, money, and energy as efficiently as possible to, quite frankly, really maximize that return. So yeah, I definitely recommend investing into a mentor or a coach or a consulting call or some sort of asset or anything like that. At the end of the day, it's investment in yourself, not only your business. I'm going to get back to K Money 123. I'm going to get back to your question. I didn't forget about it. What is the main criteria to select and test the products on Facebook ads? That's also a great question. So obviously, like the main thing, my hair is a mess, guys. Forgive me. But the main thing you have to keep in mind is like, is it mass targetable? Is it mass approachable? Right? You don't want a product with limitations, biases, and hindrances attached towards it. Like you want to be able to sell a product that a wide age group, a wide demographic in general can go ahead and purchase it and aren't limited to some sort of external factor like their beliefs or their interest or the nature or the characteristics of the product, right? So I usually like testing those kinds of products that are broad, that are mass targetable, that are mass approachable, right? Next thing is like it has to have a wow factor. It has to have an impulsive factor behind it that gets people to go ahead and react and like, oh wow, this is cool. I freaking need this product, right? Without much thinking. Obviously, like your creative and your copy is gonna matter too, but product is king, like I always say at the end of the day. That's the first thing they're gonna go ahead and eye down. So like I said before, Facebook and Instagram are forms of interrupted marketing. So it has to be pattern interruption when it comes to running your ads or your campaigns, right? So no one goes on Facebook and goes like, hey, let me see what I can buy today. Let me scroll on my newsfeed, right? No one really does that. So you have to make sure it does have an impulsive and wow factor behind it. What else? It has to have a high perceived value or some sort of perceived value that people will use that product on a day-to-day or weekly basis, right? Does it add a value? Does it contribute some sort of value or some sort of emotion to a person's day-to-day or weekly life. You don't want to sell something that someone can maybe use once or maybe once a month and then just be done with it, right? So those are kind of the main 2 or 3 or 4 criteria that I really keep in mind when it comes to a product being eligible to test on Facebook ads. How many stores do you have? So I currently have 3 stores. 2 of them are doing a lot of email marketing and SMS marketing, like 60, 70%. And then I'm running ads on Facebook lower at scale for them. And my other store is primarily just TikTok. I was doing TikTok ads for it. Now I'm doing more organic TikTok for it. So I'm selling 2 products on each. No, I'm selling 3 products on 1 email marketing store, 2 on the other one, and then 1 product on the TikTok store, which I was also running ads for before. Oh yeah, let me answer your question. Let me just go to, where is it? Oh, any tips on doing market research and as well as niching down marketing angles? So yeah, I mean, niching down marketing angles, let's start with that. So do you guys remember that that back posture corrector? It's like an infamous dropshipping product, right? Like infamous. 9-figure collective product. And there are so many angles you could take with that product, guys. Like anyone could buy that product, whether they were 25 or 65, right? Whether I'm a 30-year-old stockbroker or stock trader, I'm sitting on my desk all day typing away, I would need that back posture corrector. Whether I'm a mom or I'm in like postmortem or anything like that, like I would need something like that. Whether I'm just getting, like, maybe I just got a surgery and I'm in rehab, or maybe I like arthritis. Again, there's so many marketing angles you could have taken with that product. But my thing is, like, let's say there's like 3 or 4 people running that product at scale and they all have the same marketing angle. You can definitely go in and be the 5th, 6th, or even 7th person, have a complete different marketing angle as long as it makes sense. Like, for example, there was this cool disinfectant. It was like this 3-in-1 or multifunctional 3-in-1, whatever, disinfectant spray I was running last summer when like COVID was at its peak, and everyone was selling it as something they could have it in their rooms or their homes or their living rooms. I went ahead and I sold it as something that you can put in your vehicle or put in your car. And that was still a broad approach because everyone also has almost a car. Yes, almost everyone has a living space, maybe more people than the ones that do have a car, but almost everyone does have a car at the end of the day, right? So like, just be really logical and see like, how else can people use this product? How else can I propose this product to people? And in what scenario or what type of people or what other type of people or in what other scenarios when people really need this product and really benefit from that product. So think of it like that. Like, I took that approach, and again, I sold it as something that people can put in their cars, right? Then I also highlighted and I also touched upon like, oh, by the way, this is also something you can use for your home and whatnot, but you can definitely use it in your car. You know, that was like my main angle or my main approach towards it. Market research. Market research, I would say, know your buyer and audience persona. Know who your ideal customer and your ideal buyer is. It's very important because at the end of the day, you have to resonate and speak to your potential customer, right? You have to speak their language. So really, 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 really do some research. Like, even if you have to go out of your way and like look a few things up on Google and stuff like that, or on YouTube, go ahead and do it. I mean, those are just signs of a good marketer, and like, you're really caring about your product and your testing process, right? So yeah, just know your buyer and audience persona. Like, really think about like, who would be interested into X that would be also interested in buying my product. It's like the same way that you pick interest almost on Facebook. So yeah, I hope that helps. That was a great question. Definitely. I really appreciate that. Well, I actually, it's funny. While I'm on my live stream, I actually have a TikTok video that's going viral right now. It's already at. I posted it 2 hours ago. It's already at like 100K views. That's for the TikTok store. For the TikTok store, do you talk in the vids? For some of them, I do. Yeah, for some of them, I do. For some of them, I do captions. For some of them, I do Siri captions, or some of them, I do voiceovers. So yeah, I do a bunch of different things. I always change it up. Just be creative. There's no right or wrong. Just be creative, grab people's attention, and just go from there. Right. That first 1 to 3, 2 to 4 seconds are very important when it comes to TikTok. Just because people's attention spans are so freaking less. How do we take decisions if Facebook didn't track most of the sales? So definitely make sure like you have certain things in place. Like make sure your domain's verified. Make sure you have aggregated events set up. Make sure what else? Make sure like everything in the events manager is basically up to par. I have a video about it, so definitely check that video out. But what I'll typically do is like, let's say my break-even point ROAS is like a 1.6, right? So for those of you guys that don't know what break-even point ROAS is, very important. It's basically the ROAS that you need to break even on your Facebook ads, right? So for example, let's say I had ad set 1 that said dog. I need a 1.6 on that dog ad set in order for me to break even on it, right? So if I have a 1.4, I'm negative. That's no good. If I'm a 1.9 or if I have a 2.0, yeah, I'm profitable on that ad set. So if you guys know a little bit about me and how I view my ads or my metrics at least, I look at my metrics on days of 2 and 3, not days of 2 or 3, in days of 2 and 3. So basically today is the 19th, right? So I'll look at the end of today, like around 11 or 12, when the day is coming to an end, I'll look at the ads so let's just go ad set by ad set, right? I'll look at it from the 18th to 19th, then I'll also look at it from the 17th to the 19th. So if I have a $10 ad set and from the 18th to 19th, it's above that 1.6, and from the 17th to 19th, it's also above that 1.6, I'll go ahead and I'll scale that ad set up to $20, and I'll also duplicate that ad set. If on both of those time frames, 17th to 19th and 18th to 19th, it's below that break-even point ROAS, which is a 1.6, I'll go ahead and I'll turn it off. Now, let's say from the 17th to the 19th, it's above break-even, and from the 18th to 19th, the other time frame is below break-even, or even vice versa, right? I'll go ahead and I'll give that ad set 24 more hours, and I'll look at it the following day on a 2 and 3 day time frame. So that's what I'll typically do. But when it comes to like the iOS 14, I'll basically I'll go like one lower. So if an ad set has like a 1.5 and my break even is a 1.6, I'll consider that as profitable. So I'll have a little bit of a cushion. I'll have a little bit of a leeway, if you know what I mean. That's how I usually go ahead and usually take guided decisions when it comes to Facebook ads. So instead of a 1.6, I'll consider a 1.5. Instead of a 1.65, a 1.55 will be my break-even point ROAS, right? So that's how I'll usually make my decisions. I'll be a little bit more lenient. For me, it really hasn't been too bad. Like I would say 85% of my sales do get recorded for the most part. Have you had a lot of success with products you find on product research tools like Dropshipping? So I've never really used Dropshipping. I mean, I can't really say I've never used it. I probably checked out every ecom tool like ViralVolt, shout out Jordan, Dropshipping, Ecom Hunt. I only use AdSpy and Ecom Tide. Those are the only ones I've used. And yeah, they've definitely played some sort of role in doing well with the product, whether it be validating it or whether it be finding it directly from there or getting inspiration from it at least. So yeah, I would definitely say they've helped. I don't like relying on them. I think the best product research and validation strategy is up here, the one you create for yourself. It's quite frankly the organic one that you have for yourself, right? But yeah, tools like that definitely help. I just don't like to rely on them because you get lazy then, right? And there's so many people on those platforms at the end of the day. Like, how much of an advantage do you really have? Just think about that, right? So, how many products did you test to find your first winner? I also included this in that video, but I would say anywhere from like 35 to 55, somewhere in between that. I can't remember exactly. How to check if a product is available on local stores or not? Go to local stores or just look it up online. Like here in the US, like Walmart, Costco, Target are the biggest retailers. So if they're on the websites and they're available for like in store, that means they're available in retail stores. Sometimes like you'll find it on Walmart and stuff, but it'll say not available for pickup. That means it's like just other people drop shipping on Walmart. Yes, people do drop ship in Walmart if you guys didn't know. So in that case, it's fine. It's not really a red flag. What motivated you as a beginner for dropshipping when you did not get orders? I knew it worked for other people. So I knew I could do it. It wasn't magic. And I also knew that I like the concept of selling shit online and just being your own boss. Like I liked the whole concept of laptop lifestyle, especially when I kind of discovered there's a whole online community of entrepreneurs or at least aspiring entrepreneurs, right? So I think that really inspired me to do well and to keep trying over and over and over and over again, right? I really got comfortable with freaking losing. Like as weird as that sounds, like I learned to love how to lose, guys. That's the best thing I can say. Learn to love how to lose, enjoy it, and pick yourself back up and keep going. But this time you'll be more equipped with the knowledge, resources, and tools. So you'll do even better and you'll mitigate those chances and stuff to commit those same errors and mistakes. So yeah, that's kind of what motivated me, just seeing other people do better and seeing like what the potential was and how I could make money with my laptop, with my phone, with some Wi-Fi, right? So I think that what really motivated me, just the kind of life I could potentially live for myself, my friends, my loved ones, my family, so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm on here for like, I would say 15 more minutes. I appreciate all the questions. These are all amazing questions, guys. You guys are freaking amazing. Make sure you guys do drop that like if you have not already. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. What's the best kind of creative when testing and trying to validate a product? And then once validated and it seems like how soon do you guys need custom creatives? Yeah. So I do get custom creatives done. So I know I kind of skimmed through that. What this person basically asked, like, what kind of creative is best when testing your product? And once you found a winner, you get new creatives. What kind of creatives do you get and how soon do you get them? So there's a few parts to this question. You have to really know what the product is and what the product does. So for something like this, you've probably seen this in my videos. I could definitely use a single image ad, right? Or I can even have a single image ad with a collage, right? With different angles and maybe this in like different places and whatnot. So basically that's still a single image ad. I can even use a carousel ad. Maybe if I have multiple variants of the same succulent or the same plant, I could have a carousel ad. You can even use that collage ad by the way, if you have different sorts of variants. So basically image ads would do justification for products that are very self-explanatory, like home decor or apparel or accessories or jewelry. Picture ads or image ads are fine, whether that be single image, plain single image, collage single image, or what do you call it? Carousel ads, right? That's fine. If you go to like a stranger and go like, hey, explain to me what this product is and what it does and who it's for. And if they cannot explain it to you, then you need a video ad, right? For products that need unfolding, that need demonstration, that need that education behind them, you definitely need a corresponding video ad that's at least 20 to 45 seconds long that has a corresponding thumbnail to it. Okay. That's definitely something that you need for products that do need unfolding, that do need demonstration, that do need, like I said again, education behind it. You have to really go ahead and unfold the product and focus on its features, its benefits, and its end results, right? So the potential customer can see what the product does. So that's that. Obviously, there's like a few exceptions. Like you can obviously very much do video ads for simple products like apparel or accessories or jewelry or clothing or even something like this. Like make sure, like let's say you have like 8 variants, you can easily have like a video with just different plans just switching, right? And like background music and voiceovers or captions for like 10 or 15 seconds, you know? So of course you can have something like that, but in the bare minimum, like a video ad isn't needed. A single image ad is fine to go ahead and validate that product and get that proof of concept. Because what we're looking for is proof of concept. Once I have a product running consistently for 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go out and I'll get some UGC, which also stands for user generated content. Sometimes I'll go on Upwork. Sometimes I'll send it to some of my influencer friends out in LA or in Miami. There's also this website called Bilo or Bilo, however you pronounce it. Bilo, I think it is. They're really good too. They'll give you user generated content, which is called UGC. So yeah, I'll use that. Sometimes I'll partner up with influencers on YouTube or on Instagram. So I'll sometimes use that for retargeting and for ad creatives too. So there's a bunch of ways. Ad fatigue only really happens like when you've really maxed out the engagement on a creative or maxed out like the potential of that specific ad. So ad fatigue is like when your ads just start performing really shitty and your creative probably gets like really low CTRs, really low CPM, really high CPMs, excuse me. But that's like really, really, really down the line. I mean, you don't have to worry about that unless till you're doing like multiple 5-figure days in sales. So yeah, I hope that really answers your questions. But I use ecom creations for all my creative needs. The link's in the description, and you can also get 10% off. They're amazing. I personally know the owner, and they have a great turnaround time. They really, really, really take feedback into consideration and stuff like that too. So yeah, they'll definitely take care of you. Can you review my store? So probably not on this live, bro, but if you book a call or if you just message me on Facebook, I can even briefly take a look at it. But if you do book a call, I can further dive deeper and look into it with you and really explain to you not only the why, but not only the how, but the why as well, which is very important. A lot of people know the how, but they don't know the why behind each thing, behind each component. And the why is what's really important at the end of the day. I saw that you advised in one video that Facebook and IG ads are super saturated. Would you recommend against them entirely? No, not at all. Facebook is still my bread and butter. I have like a love-hate relationship when it comes to Facebook ads. So no, I mean, yeah, they're saturated, but it doesn't mean it's not possible to do well. You just have to differentiate yourself in terms of, your creative, your ad copy, and your product page, right? You just have to differentiate yourself when it comes to those 3 main components. But no, it's still very possible to do very well on Facebook ads. You just have to adapt and pivot. It's the survival of the fittest, guys. Like digital marketing is gonna change always, just like anything else. So you have to be willing to adapt and pivot and be flexible as an e-commerce business owner, as a digital marketer. So that's really all it is. You can't be intimidated forever. You can't be vulnerable to the fact that like this is not for you or you can't succeed with Facebook ads. You just have to implement what's needed and just move on, Great questions so far, guys. I really appreciate this. This is definitely a better turnaround time than, or definitely a better turnout than I thought it would be. I'm also on very little sleep, guys. So excuse me, like not sounding the best. I'm literally on like 3.5 hours of sleep. So I do apologize about that. Let's get 3 more questions, guys. I think 3 more solid questions should be decent. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna go back and see if I answered all your guys' questions. Usually I do a pretty good job in answering everyone's questions. But yeah, let's get 3 more questions. 3 more questions, and then I do have to run for a meeting. Anyone, guys? Or did like everyone just max out? They're like, all right, that's it. Here you go. Do you agree that finding and scaling your first winner is the hardest? Definitely can be, because especially if you don't have a mentor or someone who knows what they're doing, right beside you, guiding you, it can definitely be overwhelming. Like, you may not perhaps be fully equipped with the knowledge, and the bigger the numbers you do, the bigger the problems that come with it, right? It's inevitable. So payment processor issues, supplier issues, whatever stuff is going to definitely come, if not sooner than later, on the front end or back end, or maybe even both. So yeah, it's definitely tough, because when stuff like that does come about, like, you don't know what to do, and you don't know what kind of decisions to go ahead and make, where to execute, what to execute. So excuse me. Yeah, I think it can be tough. But I think it's also a great experience that prepares you for your second, third, and fourth, and fifth, so on and so forth, winning product. So yeah, I think it's like a blessing in disguise. You just got to enjoy and learn from it and grow from it. There's stuff I learn each time I'm running something aggressively on Facebook or on any other platform. So, always be student, and always be open to learning and stuff. But yeah, I think in general, scaling is more fun. Scaling is easier than it comes to like testing and validating and doing all that crap, right? Scaling is more linear, it's more focused. Your time and energy is more, it's more centric when it comes to scaling. There's not too much stuff going on. Even though there is, like, there's not too many moving parts at that point that you have to really micro focus on. So I think scaling is super fun. That's my expertise. So these last 2 questions, guys, and I do have to run for a meeting, unfortunately. If you guys do have any other questions, feel free to comment on this video. So not in the chat, but comment down below, and I'll do reply to them. What are the average metrics? So average is really hard to say, but if you want to hear good metrics for winning ad sets, cost per click below $1, and I would say cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPM, I would say below $30. Below $30 now for Facebook, or maybe below $25, I would say. And last question, guys, have you still had payment processor issues with PayPal even after installing apps like TrackyPal that automatically uploads? Thanks for the live stream. Yeah, Brody, of course. So I haven't used TrackyPal. I think it's TrackyPay, is it? But I use Proveway Uptrack. That's the app I personally use from the get-go. I'll type it in the chat, see if it goes through. Yeah, by the way, like, my chat hasn't been coming through on my computer the whole time, so I'm using my phone because of that. But let's see if it comes through. Yeah, no, I just literally typed and it didn't come through. That's so weird. I don't know, guys. I apologize for that. But yeah, I think Proveway Uptrack is great. It auto syncs the tracking numbers directly onto your PayPal account. I personally still use PayPal. I had like $50,000 on hold with them not too long ago, but thankfully I did get it released. And it is what it is. Like, I've literally seen people comment on my ads when I didn't have PayPal, and they're like, yeah, this store doesn't have PayPal, I'm not gonna buy, they're not gonna get my money. And honestly, it's just because, like, the stigma a lot of these shitty drop shippers have set, and they've just ruined it for a lot of drop shippers who want to do business wholeheartedly and with ethics, because it is what it is. So I have seen my conversion rates go a little bit down. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, but I just use PayPal. I have that cash flow. If something does go on hold, I do have that cash flow. And yeah, like I've made other mistakes before. Now I definitely avoid them. For example, having proper fulfillment, faster shipping times, using private agents, warehouses, 3PLs, using apps like Proveway, Uptrack, or TrackyPal and stuff like that. So it's just something that you have to make a decision whether you want to use it or whether you don't want to use it. So yeah, otherwise you can definitely use Stripe or Shopify payments. And then when you scale, you can definitely use private payment processors. So if you're watching this and if you're doing 15 or 20K a day or more, which I doubt it anyone's doing that right now, maybe, come to me and I'll give you some connects for private payment processors. Yeah, bro, much love to you too. Let me answer these last two questions really quickly, and I'm gonna have to bounce, guys. When figuring out all the ins and outs of e-commerce, how difficult was it for you on a scale of 1 to 10? I would say maybe a 7 or 8. I mean, that's really hard to really put a number on it or really give a rating. But I mean, it was tough. Everyone has different hindrances and roadblocks and challenges. Everyone also learns in different environments and at different paces and in different timelines, right? Like you can't compare my chapter 10 to your chapter 4. I can't compare my chapter 10 to someone else's chapter 30, right? So it's like that. Like everyone will have different variables and stuff like that in place. So be focused on you, know what you have to do, and be focused, guys. Focus and discipline is so damn important. But truly, guys, stay focused and know what you have to do. That's all. And be accountable. Be honest with yourself. Accountability is the most important thing at any level. Why sometimes we get crazy CPMs over $40? It's more than likely the quality of traffic that you're getting. Again, sometimes you can have a profitable ad set and slightly higher CPMs, but that's because the quality of traffic is just a little bit higher or just well suited for that specific ad set, for that specific audience. But usually it's the targeting, right? It's usually the audience that you're utilizing within that ad set. Try and exclude drop shipping, try and exclude AliExpress. Those two things I always exclude on every single ad set. Definitely uncheck the detailed targeting expansion button. For languages, I always put English all. So, try doing those three things. The language, exclude the ad set by AliExpress and drop shipping. And what else did I say, guys? Help me out here. Uncheck detail expansion targeting. So, yeah, do those things and your CPMs might improve or improve, I would say. The next live should be probably in September. I usually do this every other month, but I'm going to start probably doing it every month. I honestly really enjoy these. So we'll see. If not, it's going to be in September because I do typically do them every other month. And as far as YouTube uploads, guys, my new upload schedule, excuse me, will be on Mondays and Thursdays. That is what you guys wanted. I did go ahead and put out a poll out there. So if you already did not vote on that poll, go ahead and vote on that poll. It should be somewhere in the YouTube community section. So vote on that poll. But as of now, Mondays and Thursdays are my new upload schedules. I'm probably going to be missing next Thursday's upload and the following Monday's upload just because I'm going to be traveling and stuff like that. It's just going to be super chaotic. But that following Thursday, so like almost a week and a half from now, you will be seeing an upload from me. And yeah, then I'll try and stick to Monday and Thursday from every there on. You need more followers, good content. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I do think my channel is a little bit underrated, but I'm glad. I'm very grateful for the family I have on here. I want to continue documenting my journey and truly providing insight and value for you guys. Yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and tuning in. If you do want to hop on a one-on-one growth call with myself, look at the pinned comment or the links in the description. Check out all the links and resources in the description down below. There are many things that will definitely help you out in that description. So check it out. Can I say the N-word in here? I plead the fifth. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Check out everything in the description down below. Look forward to new uploads on Mondays and Thursdays. I hope this live stream was helpful. Definitely share it with a family or friend or someone else in the space that you may think that will benefit from this live stream. So, yeah, with that being said, keep working hard. Let's continue smashing the rest of Q3 and absolutely kill Q4 and onwards. I'm here to help you guys out. So make sure you guys stay tuned. There's some killer content coming for the rest of the year. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. Other than that, yeah, thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your week and keep killing it, guys. Peace.